Well, this can't go wrong. Hopefully. First, let's try to cook a team. That a new guy, sadly. But which? Not you. Oh, let's try with her first. Lust, pride, red. That's main lust. Does this one even have anything that I can use? What does blade boys lineage does? Yeah, no need for you. Maybe this. Nah. What about you? What do you do? Can damage. Oh, okay. Ah, when an ally with the slow attack, then ally after attack gain 1 damage up next turn. Killed. So, this. How many pride do I need? 4 res! We'll keep looking. Not you. Not you. I really forgot what you do. What about you, my man? Not you. Not you. Well, then Corp 1 is the best one, I suppose. So. I can't force SP heal, I can put Encorp. I really feel like I would need this. Let me check what your passive does. And what your passive does. Oh, Blade Lineage. I think it was Season 3 events. South to wait, I'll get you, I got you. Your skills are mostly slash, right? Yep, slash. That should be. Wait, I feel like there was something. I don't think I can get Gultoni, but I'll try. Maybe this, you know. Or wait, what's yours? I need damage, I know that. I do need damage. That's res. Oh. You are the best option so far. Actually, can't I just look up the team? Smith that did one with Butler Ryoshu. No. What are your passives? Okay. Are you serious? Think Tank. Marietillos Jefe. I really don't know what 7 Artist does. Gambler. Yay! Zoe. Heathcliff, I assume one of the full stop? Is it? Nope, not this. Not this. No, it can't be this. She maybe. Actually, just wait. For the items. Sacrifice is the easy. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Remnants. Managers. Don't have. Are you serious? Oh, he used. But still gonna try it. No, let me check. Do you do? What do you do? Weak or fatal? This hopefully should work.
주인놈 뜻에 따라
Sport.
준비 완료.
Killing myself. Oh, well, I'll just try that. Oh. Please stop. Thank you.
헌팅 커틀러리 준비 끝.
Dun, 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 dun,
이대로
dun,
널
dun,
보내면
dun, 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 dun.
When I was young and lost, you showed up and filled my door like threads, petals unfold. Favorite color.
하나,
She could.
둘,
You have shown me
좋아.
that I am still capable of caring for someone else. That I still bear the
모아멈춰.
same innocence inside. 'Cause now I know that pain cannot define the best. We are built to overcome this. Not so bad. You are with me, cherish as long as we last. 'Cause this is not for sale.
이대로 널 보내면 하나, 둘,
Was young and lost.
좋아.
You showed up
네,
with my doors unlocked.
다섯,
I should really talk louder.
시스,
Okay, I'm talking to myself, but still.
모아멈춤.
Favorite color.
So far so good. We didn't show second damage. Oh wait, I don't get an extra skill slot, I just noticed. She should have gotten it. Find the past, we were beauty over endless mishaps. You know when it's not so bad. When you are with me, cherish as long as we last. Cause S is not for sayonara. Let's memories fly by.
앞으로 하나. 그런 것도 여전히 아름답구나. 둔기를 휘둘러 무거운 내 아래로 눌렀어.
Okay. I can roll tails while attacking. Just nothing clash or evade, please. He's still going. Favorite. Oh, you know what? Actually.
네. 완료.
No. Executed.
검으로 마구 쪼아 뜯어먹어라.
I should just say, oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna fail this one. At least, I think it's okay if I start now. Not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last. Cause as is not for sayonara. Let's memories play back.
딸, 알고 있지. 손 떠날 이유는 없을 거야.
Please, oh my fucking
모든 것을 잃었어.
god.
지리멸렬.
When I was young and lost, you showed up.
Okay. Okay. I'm watching it happen.
사냥 실패.
Maybe I shouldn't try, but you
보완할
know,
점이 많이 보이는
someone with
버틀러들도
Pierce Metal.
문지지만
Yes, I should try it like that.
확실한 재교육이 필요하겠어.
Double corp it is. Fucker just killed me like it's nothing. And I like, oh my, please tell me. Please tell me there's someone with level 60 double corp. Killing myself. Why? I don't wanna do excavations. Ring. Remnant, where are you? Remnant. Manager. Rhino. The Gambler. The Forearm. The fake Zwei. You're same, the Gambler. Sorry. Apologies. Does it really matter that much? It probably does. Yay, we are doing excavations.
알고 침식도 양호. 아마도. 오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서. 예측할 수 없게. 직원들이 긍정적인 환경에 놓여있게 되었어요. 관리자님이 이 기회를 잘 활용하길 기다리겠습니다. 기계는 언제나 기다리는 운명이니까요.
I know that we cannot define the past. We were built to overcome adversity. You know it's not so when you were with me, cherish us as we last. This is not for
적당히 그냥 얼마쯤이지. 잠시 어지러워서 봤어요. 뭐 또 대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠?
억제 성공. 진짜. 격발.
I might as well start doubling up my charge key.
확인 사살.
이 기술하면 이번 드론도 무난히 승리하실 수
Charge
있을
con.
겁니다.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동에 약
I just wanna
14%의
cry.
정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
Die. Pew 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 pew. Out of farm.
정해진 운명이라네.
That was so fun.
잘했다는 칭찬은 드디어 내는 게 좋겠다.
At least my queen is still.
관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고
Depowered.
제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말만
실용에게
한답니다.
불확실한 것은 없네.
정확하게.
Caring for someone still there.
전술 씨앗.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요. 혹시 칭찬을 받았다면 엔젤라님이나 마이쿠트를 부르는 편이 나았을 거예요. 제가 아니라요.
Die.
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격이야. 잘했어.
I thought streams could make me forget about her.
개체들의 체력이
I mean, not that I'm
새로운
really
게 느껴지지
streaming right now,
이
but
기세로 계속 나아가 보자.
bang, 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 bang. Out of farm. Yes, yes, 11 bleed potency and 3 count. Insane move. Why can't we get IDs like that?
올바른 방법으로 개체에게
운명적인
공격을 가해줘.
지금
이것이
완벽한 승리
바로
축하드립니다,
정보의 힘입니다.
아가씨. 이 정도의 성과라면 4대 가문의 자제들도 인정할 수밖에 없을 겁니다.
좋은 수업 덕분이지. 배운 게 많았어.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다.
You know what? It is enough for now. I'm gonna do this second one on
예술을 보여주지.
come here. 59. You know what? Just one offense level difference from 60. Wow.
정리 시간이다.
이대로 널 보내면 하나,
Thank God we start with 45
둘,
SP. That's scared. And right as I said that, it rolled tails. Okay, Ryoshu, sorry.
넷, 다섯,
5,
시스,
6,
모아 몽중,
clear.
일곱, 앞으로 둘. 물 버릇은
Yes.
심장으로 창을 찔러
I'm suddenly
거꾸로
getting S fucked. Love it. Yeah, at least I can evade others. Can we get a sinking Ryoshu? Y'all didn't see it. No one. Okay? No one.
끔찍하군. 아니지. 강등되면
I forgot to
현장
equip
팁이 더
eagles.
많아지는 건가?
Isn't it fucking awesome? How much stress do I have? Oh, it's here. 24 for... no, wait. No. Not enough. Where are you? How much do you need? 170. I can get...
나쁘지는 않았지. 이제
이 정도야 뭐 애들 장난이었죠.
next one in 7 minutes.
정리 시간이다.
아랫가와 라데 시코 You have shown.
이대로 널 보내면
Still on me.
When I was young and lost, you showed up and had my doors unlocked.
Okay, we start again. Are you? 5% of doom and despair.
이대로 널 보내면
Dun, 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 dun,
하나,
When
I
둘,
was young and lost.
좋아.
You showed up and my doors unlocked. Please don't roll tails. Right as I said that, you...
모아
I almost had a heart attack. And there she go.
you
You have shown me that I are still capable of caring for someone else. That I still
심장으로 창을 찔러
care.
거꾸로 매달고
The same innocence inside. 'Cause now I know that pain cannot define the past. We were built to overcome endless mishaps. You and it's not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last. 'Cause S is not for sayonara. Let's memories fly back.
여덟 앞으로 하나 그런 모습도 여전히 아름다워. 손길을 휘둘러 무거움의 아래로 눌러서
Also, this is my first time using this ego. With hopes and prayers of await not fucking me up. Thank you. It really scared me for a second. Ah.
네프 완료. 이 버릇은 껌으로 마구 쪼아 뜯어먹어라.
I have zero idea what just happened. I'm just giving him Senti right now.
아비 교환. 그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 날 알고 있지? 예측에는
Thank you.
없다는 거. 떠날 이유는 없을 거야.
Never mind.
모든 것을 잊고 모든 것을 잃었어. 지리멸렬.
When I was young and lost, you showed up and had my doors unlocked. Like a thread, petals unfold. A red cover,
심장으로 창을 찔러 거꾸로 매달고 둘 이대로 널 보내면
I have zero words for what just happened.
하나
when I
둘
was young and lost.
좋아
Showed up and had my doors
넷 다섯
unlocked. Petals
시스 모아몽중
red cover.
심장으로 창을 찔러 거꾸로 매달고
Caring for someone else that I still bear the same innocence inside. That pain cannot define the past. We were built to overcome endless mishaps. Knowing it's not so bad. Are you? %5 of doom and fucking despair.
이대로 널
If I let you go here, you will never come home again. Then I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the head. Cause why the fuck? Good morning, little creature. I need to take you to vet today. Actually, yes, today. It's a new day. I also need to go to the gym.
하나, 둘,
Oh, what is this?
좋아. 넷, 다섯,
Yes.
시스. 앞으로 둘.
Are you?
이 버릇은 심장으로 창을 찔러 거꾸로 매달려. 아비 교환.
끔찍하군.
No, I swear.
아니지.
That 5% stops being 5% once you try to solo anything.
시간이다.
Oh, well. Bother my butt and call me biscuits. Dun, 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 dun. 7 hours marathon. Holy fuck.
하나, 둘, 좋아. 넷, 이대로 널 보내는 하나, 둘, 좋아. 넷,
Let it go.
이대로 널 보내면
If I can go past the second Furiosa, I will just.
하나,
One,
둘,
two,
좋아.
choice.
넷,
Four,
다섯,
five,
시스.
six,
모아 몽중. 일곱, 앞으로 둘.
Wow. Didn't hit 5%,
심장으로
surprisingly.
찔러 거꾸로 매달고.
Capable of caring for someone else, that I still bear the same innocence.
앞으로 하나. 그런 모습도 여전히 아름다워. 눈길을 휘둘러 꿈의 하늘 구름에서.
When you are with me, cherish as long as we last. 'Cause as is not for sayonara, let's memories play back. Don't mind my voice. I know it's bad. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
네프 완료. 검으로 마구 쪼아 뜯어먹어라.
Never mind. Never
네
fucking
버릇은
mind.
다 꿰고 있단다.
Eco. You have shown me that
아비 교환. 그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 난 알고 있지. 예측은 의미 없다는 거. 떠날 이유는 없을 거야. 모든 것을 믿고 모든 것을 믿었으니.
4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god! Stop hitting heads!
지리멸렬. 심장으로 창을 찔러 거꾸로 매달고.
Cover.
둘.
On me that I am capable
좋아.
of caring for some
넷.
one else that I still bear the
시스.
same innocence inside.
Cause now I know that pain cannot define the past. We are built to overcome this mishap. You know it is not so bad. When you are with me, cherish us long as we last. Cause
일곱. 앞으로 둘.
Ryoshu.
눈길을 휘둘러 무거움의 아래로 눌렀어. 여덟. 앞으로 하나.
Ryoshu, the fuck are you cooking? Thank you? Do I need to thank you for that? I'm not sure. I don't want to.
넬프. 완료.
Yeah, I'm resetting.
좋아, 뜯어먹어라. 이대로 널 보내면 너는 평생 집으로 돌아오지 않겠지. 널 막아 이 하나, 둘, 좋아, 넷, 다섯, 시스, 모아 멈춤,
Capable of caring for someone else.
that I still bear the same innocence inside. 'Cause now I know that pain cannot define the past. We are built to overcome this mishaps. You know it is not so bad. When you are with me, cherish us long as we last. 'Cause S is not for sayonara. Let memories play back.
일곱,
Yeah,
앞으로 둘,
I just thought of this.
심장으로 창을 찔러 거꾸로 매달고
And I need to read it out loud.
여덟, 앞으로 하나. 그런 모습도 여전히 아름답다. 눈길을 휘둘러 무거움의 아래로 눌렀어. 좋아, 뜯어먹어라.
Zero. Okay.
아비 교환. 그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 나 알고 있지?
Look, 8 SP. I swear to fucking god, if you hit like, I don't know, 9 or 9 heads, I'd just kill myself.
떠날 이유는 없을 것이다.
Okay.
모든 것을 잃었어.
How the fuck did I just get...
Cause now I know that pain can only find a path. We are built to overcome this mishap. You know it is
Well, here we start.
끔찍하군.
The hellscreen.
아니지. 강등 때문에
I hope it's taking my voice well.
더 많아지는 건가?
The hellscreen. The Grand Lord of Horikawa is the greatest lord that Japan ever had. Her latest generations will never see such great lord again. Rumor has it that before his birth, Daito Kumio appeared to her ladyship. His mother, in a dream, from birth he was a most extraordinary man. Everything he did was beyond ordinary expectations. To mention just a few examples of grandeur and bold design. Let me just start to think about it.
정리 시간이다.
To mention just the grandeur and bold design of his mansion. At Horikawa are far beyond our mediocre conceptions. Some say that his his character and conduct parallel those of Emperor Ai of China and the Emperor Yang, but this comparison may well be likened to the blind man's description of the elephant. For it was far from his intention.
널 막아 이곳에 머물게 한
Okay.
when I was young. You showed us
Aira.
하나,
It sounds cool, you know.
둘, 좋아. 넷, 다섯, sis.
Only 49 minutes? I feel like it's been longer.
for someone else that I still bear the same.
일곱, 앞으로 둘.
Yes, Ryoshu. Yes, killing myself.
잠을 질러 거꾸로 매달고.
wish as long as we last, 'cause as is not for sayonara.
Let's memories play fast.
I'm not counting this as a fail. Actually, I am. To enjoy a monopoly of all glory and luxury, he was a man of great stature, but would rather share pleasures with all the people under his rule.
이대로 널 보내면
Only so a great ruler could have been able to pass unhurt through the gruesome scene of the veritable pandemonium enacted in front of the imperial palace. Moreover, it was undoubtedly his authoritative command. Where was I? Authoritative command that exercised the nightly hauntings of the spirits of the late minister of the left, so many of, to his mansion, the gardens of which were a famed imitation of the picturesque scenery of Shiogama. Indeed, he had such great influence that all the people of Kyoto, young and old, respected him as highly as if he were a Buddha incarnate. Once on his way home from a plum blossom exhibit at the imperial court, one of the bulls pulling his cart broke away and injured an old man who happened to be passing by. It is rumored that even in such an accident, old man, clasping his hands together in reverence, expressed his gratitude for having been knocked over by the Grand Lord's bull. Thus, his life was full of memorable anecdotes.
좋아. 다섯. 시스. 모아몽수. 앞으로 쭉
I already hate you.
심장으로 창을
Fucking Roland wannabe.
대단한 걸.
Yes, I'm fucking stupid. Which might be well be handed down to a posterity. At a certain imperial banquet, he made a gift of 30 white horses.
이대로 널 보내면
Once, when the construction works of the main bridge was snagged, he made a human pillar of his favorite boy attendant to propitiate the wrath of the god. Years ago, he had a Chinese priest who had introduced the medical art of a celebrated Chinese physician. Lance, a carbuncle on his hip, it is impossible to enumerate all such anecdotes. But of all anecdotes, none inspires one with such overpowering horror as the history of the hellscreen, which is now among the Lord's family treasures. Even the Grand Lord, whose presence of mind had never been shaken, seemed to have been extraordinarily shocked. Furthermore, his attendants were all frightened. It scared me for a moment. Furthermore, his attendants were all frightened out of their wits. Having served him for more than 20 years, I had never such witnessed a terrifying spectacle. But before telling you the story, I have to tell you about Yoshihide, who made the ghostly painting of hell on the screen. They said the thing. Now, as far as for Yoshihide, some people still remember him. He was such a celebrated master of paintings. Think that no contemporary could have killed him. I'm going to relate what happened. He must have been well past. When what I'm going to relate what happened, he must have been well past his 50-year milestone. He was... My head's spinning so bad with... Ow.
둘,
I got dizzy for a second.
좋아. 넷,
4,
다섯,
5,
시스,
6.
모아몽중. 일곱, 앞으로 둘.
Thank God.
심장으로 창을 찔러 거꾸로 매달고.
To be fair, currently reading the book is giving me more pleasure and enjoyment than trying to solo this fuck ass boss.
여덟, 앞으로 하나.
Due to this reason.
눈길을 휘둘러 무거움의 아래로 눌렀어.
Like, look, it makes me want to kill myself.
여전히 아름다워.
Pain cannot define the past. We were built to overcome endless mishaps. No, it's not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last, 'cause as is love for sayonara. Memories.
네프 완료.
Nef executed. Yep. I'm dying, guys. So good.
아비 규환.
Like the Naraka of AVC and Rarava.
결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
like thread petal
Alright, cover. Nothing.
you have shown me that I am still capable.
Huh? Wait, why? Oh. Where was I here? He was stunted in growth, and he was a sinister looking old man. All his skin and bones. Wait.
이대로 널 보내.
Bones. When he came to the Grand Lord's mansion, he would often wear a clove-dyed hunting suit and soft headgear. He was extremely mean in nature, and his noticeably red lips, unusually youthful for his age, reminded one of an uncanny animal like mine. Some said that he had got his red ribs because of his habit of licking his paintbrush. Although I doubt if this were true, some slanderous people say that he was like a monkey in appearance and behavior, and nicknamed him Saruhide, monkey hide. This Saruhide had an only daughter, who was 15-year-old, and was serving as a lady's maid at the Grand Lord's mansion. Quite unlike her father, she was a charming girl, and of extraordinary beauty. Having lost her mother in her very early years, she was precocious, and moreover intelligent and observant beyond her age. Thus she won the good graces of her ladyship, and was a favorite with the attendants. About that time, a tame monkey was presented to the lord from province of Tamba, west of Tokyo. The Lord's young son, who was at his most mischievous age, nicknamed the animal Yoshihide. This name added so much more to the ridiculousness of the funny animal that everybody in the mansion laughed at him. If that had been all,
좋아. 다섯. 시스. 모아 몽중. 네 버릇은 다 꿰고 있단다. 일곱. 앞으로 둘. 이대로 널 보내면
all would have fared well with him. But as it was, whenever the monkey climbed up in the pine tree in the garden of or soiled mats of the little lord's room, indeed, whatever it did, they shouted his name and teased him. One day, Yoshihide's daughter, Yuzuki, was passing along the long corridor, carrying in her hand a spray of pink winter plum blossoms, with a note attached to it. When she saw the monkey running toward her from beyond the sliding door, he seemed injured and had no desire to climb up the pillar with his usual agility. In all likelihood, he had sprained one of his legs. Then whom should she see but the little lord running after him, swinging a switch in his hand, shouting, "Stop, tangerine thief! Stop! Stop!" At the sight of this, she hesitated for a moment. Just then, the monkey came running over, and giving a cry, clung to the bottom of her skirt. Suddenly, she could no longer find it in her heart to restrain her pity. Holding the spray of plum blossom in one hand, she swung open the sleeve of her mauve-colored robe. With the other, gentle look took up the monkey. "I beg your pardon, my lord," she said in a sweet voice, making a respectful bow before the little lord. "He is only a beast. Please pardon him, my lord." "Why do you protect him?" looking displeased.
좋아. 다섯. 시스. 모아 몽중. 일곱. 앞으로 둘. 그런 모습도 여전히 아름다워. 여덟. 앞으로 하나.
showed up and had my doors unlocked.
아비 교환. 그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 나 알고 있지. 이 버릇은 떠날 이유는 없을 거야. 모든 것을 잊고 모든 것을 위해서. 지리멸렬.
I love coin roast, don't I? You do, mate. You do.
끔찍하군.
I really do.
아니지.
Let me do my dailies.
강등되면 현장 투입이 더 많아지는 건가?
이제 막 흥이 돋궈주려고 했는데
Did I finish this yet? Thank God. What did I? Oh, this. Yes. Okay. I can't. Not yet. It's Monday. And officially that day. The day she couldn't remember is over. She go.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할
You
겁니다.
have shown.
이 자리에 서 있게 해달라고 바란 적은 없었어요. 단 한 번도.
고귀하게 나가서 싸워. 뒤는 내가 봐주지.
불을 건드렸겠다.
대부분 분야에서 저는 최고의 성능을 내는 AI지만 응원은 조금 더 준비 시간이 필요합니다. 공감의 영역은 잘 쓰지 않았던 기능이라 일단 먼지를 털어내야 하거든요.
Caring for someone else that I still bear the same innocence inside.
40. 먹지.
Cause now I know
효율적인
that
대처로
pain
개체를
cannot
획득했습니다.
define
친구들,
divine.
기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
Makes me sad. Love is not so hard. But you are with me, cherish us, long as we last. 'Cause this is love, for sale, not out. Let memories fly by.
제약 효과가 굉장히 좋아서 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다. 힘낸다 힘내자. 이제 정말 개체 제압까지 얼마 남지 않았어.
피날래.
A parasol, yay.
불을 건드렸겠다. 따스한 피.
6.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아?
모범적인 청소 방식을
이 기세로
확인했습니다.
계속 나아가보자.
인사부서에 해당 요원에 대한 평가를
소리를
송신합니다.
나가서 싸워. 뒤는 내가 가지. 꿰뚫려라.
정확히 책이 큰 힘이 든것 같아. 기우팀의 기반다운 완벽한 공격이었어.
40. 먹지.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다.
분수?
앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 계속되겠습니다.
합격장. 끔찍한 공격이네요.
폭죽 소리가 들리는 것 같군.
승리로 이끌
bomb.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은
있는
당신이
힘껏
생각하는
찔러놓고
것보다
으깨놨지만
대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고
저것들은
제가 늘
언젠가 다시
말씀드렸죠.
재생하겠지.
저는 언제나
내가
옳은 말만 한답니다.
부서지고 파괴되어도
행진을 멈추지 마.
Of course.
이 좁디 좁은 왕국을 넘어 멸망한 그 땅으로 돌아.
Well, here we go again. Did I read the page? I can't remember. The little lord stamped his feet 2 or 3 times. The monkey is a tangerine thief, I tell you. He is only a beast, my lord, she repeated. Then with an innocent but sad smile, she made so bold as to say, to hear the word Yoshihide called out, I am cut to the quick, as if my father were chastised. At this remark, Nice child that he gave in. I see, the little lord said reluctantly. Since you plead for your father's sake, I'll give him a special pardon. Then throwing away his switch, he turned and went back toward the sliding door which he had come. From that time on, the girl and the monkey became very good friends. She tied a beautiful crimson ribbon around the animal's leg, and also hung from it the little goat bell, which the princess had given her. The animal on his part would on no account leave her presence. Once when the girl was laid up with a slight cold, the little monkey sat sat at her bedside, and with apparent concern he watched over her, gnawing on his nails. After this time, strange as it might sound, no one would tease the little monkey as they used to. On contrary, they all took to petting him. At last, even the little lord himself came to toss him.
정리 시간이다.
이대로 널 보내면
One.
둘. 좋아. 넷. 다섯. 시스. 모아 몸중.
Wow.
대단한 걸.
Yes, impressive for me too. Don't worry, Rian.
앞으로 둘.
Roland wannabe. Cannot define the past. We were built to overcome. Besides, it is not so bad. When you are with me, cherish as long as we last. Cause as is not for sayonara. Let memories play back.
여덟. 앞으로 하나.
8. 1 left. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just praying.
네프. 완료.
No, executed.
아비 교환.
Like the Narukov, AVC, and Raurava.
그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 나 알고 있지.
Now we pray.
예측은
But I can do not.
없다는 거.
I have nothing but my prayers. And I want nothing more.
떠날 이유는 없을 거야.
1,
모든 것을
2,
모든 것을 잃었어.
3.
지리멸렬.
끔찍하군. 아니지. 강등되면 현장 투입이 더 많아지는 건가? 정리 시간이다.
Well.
이대로 널 보내면
A persimmon or a chestnut. came to toss him a persimmon chestnut. Once when he caught a knight in the very act of the killing animal, he is said to have been extremely incensed. This news reaching his ears, the Lord is said to have given the gracious orders that the girl should be brought before his presence with the little monkey in her arms. With the reference to this incident, he must also have heard how it was that she had come to make a pet of the animal. You are a good and dutiful daughter. I am well pleased with your conduct, the Lord said, and the Lord said, and presented her with the scarlet robe as a reward. The monkey, mimicking her deferential obeisance in expressing her gratitude, raised the robe to his forehead, to the immense amusement and pleasure of the Lord. It should be recalled that the Lord took the girl into his good graces, because he had been impressed with her filial piety, which led her to make a pet of the monkey, and not because he was an admirer of the charms of the gentle sex, as rumor had it. There were some justifiable grounds for the rumor, but about these subjects I may have the opportunity of talking further later, when I find more time. Now let me limit my description to saying that the Lord was not a personage to fall in love with such a lovely girl as a painter's daughter, no matter how charming she was. Highly honored, the girl withdrew from the... I need to go to the bathroom.
둘. 좋아. 넷. 다섯. 시스. 모아 몸중.
Okay. Might as well just... Highly honored, the girl withdrew from the Lord's presence. Being a naturally wise and intelligent girl, she did nothing to incur the jealousy of her gossipy fellow mates. On the... contrary, this honor won their favor and popularity for both herself and the monkey. She was above all received into such particular favor by the princess that she was hardly ever found away from the latter's presence, and she had never failed to share the latter's company in her excursion carriage. Now, setting aside the girl for the time being, let me tell you about her father, Yoshihide. Although the monkey, Yoshihide, came to be loved by everyone, the painter Yoshihide was as much hated by everyone as before, and continued to be called Saruhide behind his back. The abbot of Yokowa hated Yoshihide as if he were a devil. At the mere mention of his name, he would turn black with anger and abhorrence. Some say that this was because Yoshihide painted a caricature depicting the abbot's conduct. However, this was a mere rumor. currents among common people and may have had no foundation in fact. Anyhow, he was unpopular with everybody who knew him. If there were any who did not speak ill of him, they were only 2 or 3 of his fellow painters, or those who knew his paintings, but knew nothing of his character. Really, he was not only mean to look at, but he had such shocking habits that they made him a
둘. 좋아. 넷. 다섯. 시스. 모아 몽중.
Okay. It's the first turn Liam we're up against.
대단한 걸. 일곱. 앞으로 둘. 그런 모습도 여전히 아름다워.
To a spell, what the? Wait. Never mind, I couldn't screenshot in time.
앞으로 하나.
8. 1 left. And I'm killing myself in real life. They made me a repellent nuisance to all people. For this, he had no one but himself to blame. Now let me mention his objectionable habits. He was stingy, harsh, shameless, lazy, and
너는 평생
My
집으로
bad.
돌아오지 않을
avaricious. And first of all, he was so haughty and arrogant that his being the greater painting in revolt Japan was hanging from the tip of his nose. Kitabı sesli okuyordum da bir yandan.
Like threads, petals unfold. 이를가와 안아내 쉬고. You have shown me that I am still
Apologies for what just happened.
caring for someone else. That I still bear the same innocence inside. 'Cause now I know that pain can find a path. We are built to overcome this mishap. You know it is not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last. 'Cause S is not for sayonara. Let memories play back.
Well, hanging from the tip of his nose. His arrogance had been limited to painting. He would not have been so objectionable. Moreover, he was so conceited that he had profound contempt for all customs and practices in life. Here is an episode about him, taught by a man who had been under his apprenticeship for many years. One day, a famous medium in the mansion of a certain lord fell into a trance under the curse of a spirit, and she delivered. Wait, forgot where was I? A horrible oracle. Turning a deaf ear to the oracle, he made a careful sketch of her ghastly face, with a brush and ink which he had found at hand. In his eyes, the curse by an evil spirit may have been nothing more than a jack-in-the-box for children. This being his nature, he would in picturing a heavenly maiden. He would in picturing the maiden, a paint of the fact of a harlot, and in picturing the god of fire, the figure of a villain. He committed many such sacrilegious acts. When he was brought to task, he declared with provoking. One.
둘. 좋아. 넷.
Four.
다섯.
Five.
시스.
Six.
무아몽주.
Wading through a dream self nowhere to be found. Impressive. For me too, for me too. Don't forget.
일곱. 앞으로 둘.
7. -3 minutes. Not bad. Provoking indifference. It's ridiculous for you to say that the gods and Buddhas I have painted should ever be able to punish their painter. This so amazed all his apprentices that many of them took leave of him immediately, in fearful anticipation of terrible consequences. After all, he was arrogance incarnate, who thought himself the greatest man under the sun. Accordingly, one can understand how highly he esteemed himself as a painter. However, his brushwork and colorings were so completely different from... Right. Of those painters that many of his contemporaries who were on bad terms with him. He would speak of him as a charlatan. They claimed that famous paintings by Kawanari, Kanoka, and the other master artists of the past have graceful episodes attached to them. Rumor has it that you can almost smell the delicate fragrance of the plum blossom on moonlight nights, and almost hear the courtier on screen playing his flute. But all paintings by Yoshihide have the reputation of being unpleasant and uncanny. For example, take his painting representing 5 phases of transmigration of souls, which he had painted on the gate of Ryugai Temple. If you pass,
둘. 좋아. 넷. 다섯.
and one more reset.
시스. 무아몽주.
What is like, yep, 14th. 14th page.
이대로 널 보내.
Well, under the gate late at night, you can almost hear the sighing and sobbing of celestial maidens. Some say they even smelled the offensive odor of the rotting bodies. The Grand Lord's court ladies whose likeliness Yoshida painted at the Lord's command All fell ill, as if their souls had left them and died within 3 years. Those who disparage his paintings say that all this is because they are work of his black heart. Yet, as I told you, he was an extremely cross-grained crank, and was a boastful of his very perversity. Once when the Grand Lord said to him, "You seem to have strong partial for the ugly," he replied with a grin on his red lips, "Yes, my lord. An accomplished artist can't perceive beauty in the ugly." Admitting that he was the greatest painter in the whole country, how could he ever have been so presumptuous as to make such haughty remark in presence of the Grand Lord? His apprentices secretly nicknamed him Chira-Eiju to stand his arrogance. Chira-Eiju is, I presume you know, a vainglorious long-nosed goblin that flew over to Japan in olden times. However, Yoshida, who was a perverse scoundrel beyond his description, had one tender side showing that he was not altogether lacking in the milk of human kindness. Also, my voice sounds... I'm just listening to my own voice.
하나, 둘,
I sound so bad through my microphone, I just noticed that.
넷,
Well, never mind, we continue.
다섯, 시스, 모아 몸속.
I kind of wanna read the book only. 7-2 to go.
그런 모습도
Trois Ballade of Force d'Etre. I don't know French. I probably didn't even pronounce it right. It's 1 AM. Oh.
여덟, 앞으로 하나.
What's your You showed up and had my doors unlocked. Like
Eight wall 11, 16 wall damage. Here. What, like, yes, 15th page.
아비 교환.
No, wait, 14 just now.
결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
As we last, cause as is not.
나 알고 있지? 예측은 의미 없다는 거.
Kitsune.
떠날
Yes. Yes. Keep hitting heads. So I can just kill myself sooner. Oh wow, I survived actually.
둘. 좋아.
Trust.
네.
So far this is my best try.
다섯. 시스.
6. Only if Ryoshu had a healing ego, everything would be much easier.
일곱. 앞으로 둘.
Ryoshu, you... I almost had an heart attack because of you. I can hear my own clicks through my microphone.
여덟. 앞으로 하나.
You have shown me that I am still capable of caring for someone else. That I still bear the same innocence inside. 'Cause now I know that pain cannot
Okay. At least I'm safe.
네프. 완료.
Oh god.
그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
How am I supposed to...
딸, 알고 있지? 예측이
Yep.
없다는 거.
Cooked.
떠날 이유는 없을 거야. 모든 것을 위해서.
Oh what, yes, I was. Sorry, man, I'm not having it.
둘. 좋아.
Oh wow. A weaver, yes.
치료할 필요가 없었어.
There was no reason to treat this one. Cause now I know that they find their past, we were beauty over past. You know it is not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last, cause S is not for sayonara. Let's memories play back. Huh?
내 버릇은 다 꿰고 있단다. 둘. 좋아. 네. 다섯. 시스.
It's not enough, providing cannot fill an empty cup. Thirsting for love, I lose to myself alone. Cause now I know that safely find the past. It is not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last, cause S is not for sayonara.
소리 없이 손뼉 치고 목소리 없이 배워서. 여덟. 앞으로 하나.
Why am I losing HP when I lose D, D, E, F, skill tree? I should have enough charge. Well, not right now, but usually.
네프.
Enough, executed, I'm cooked.
그 운명은 네 운명이 아니야. 그러니 거기서 빠져나오려, 요시.
How cooked I am. I'm thinking of a way to not cook myself.
딸, 나를 원망하지 마. 그건 그거고, 이건 이거니. 만들어진 생명을 살려주면서 그리고 나에게.
Oh, but yes, I will do it. But if I lose this too, I'm already 3 pages. Protection alone is not enough. Providing cannot fill an empty cup. Actually, I'm reading those pages even if I win this. I can't cheat.
얼어붙은 피를 길게 휘감고 좋다.
Actually, I'm reading the most of the book after I do this.
네. 다섯.
Oh wait, I can use Sorakalgia. Why I haven't thought of it? You hit me with an art attack for a second, Ryoshu. Ryoshu, don't do that, Ryoshu. How can I recreate? Oh, huh?
끔찍하군. 아니지.
I'm gonna hug into.
강등되면 현장 투입이 더
Oh,
많아.
thank you. Actually, well, well, 3 pages it is. 30% of doom and despair. Truly. Anyways, get to reading. Here, 3 pages. He loved his only daughter, who was a lady in waiting, with a love bordering on madness. She was a girl of very sweet disposition, and devoted to her father. On the part of Yoshihide, incredible as it may sound, he doted on his daughter to the point of infatuation and would lavish money upon her kimono, hairpins, and what not for her adornments. Where was I? I forgot. Although he never contributed to his how I'm not gonna read it. Tights, I don't know how to pronounce it, or might to any Buddhist temple. But all his love for daughter was blind and wild. He never gave a thought to finding her a good husband, and on the contrary, if anyone had attempted to make any advances to her, he would have had no scruples in hiring a new street rascals to waylay him. Even when she was summoned to be a chambermaid at the gracious command of the Grand Lord, he was so displeased that he looked as sour as vinegar. Even when he was brought before the very presence of the Grand Lord, the rumor that the Grand Lord, enamored of the girl's beauty, summoned her to his service, and in the face of her father's strong disapproval, may probably have originated in the imagination of those who were acquainted with such circumstances. Rumor aside, so much is certain that Yoshihide, out of his indulgent love for his daughter, had an irresistible desire that she should be released from her service. Once, when at Grand Lord's command, he painted a picture of a cherub. He accomplished a masterpiece by making a life sketch of the latter's favorite page. Highly gratified, the Grand Lord said to painter Yoshihide, "I am pleased to grant any request of yours. If it pleases your lordship," Yoshihide was audacious enough to say, "allow me to request that my daughter to be released from your service." Apart from the households, whoever else under the sun could ever have made such presumptuous request to the Grand Lord of Horikawa. With regard to the favorite lady in waiting, no matter how dearly he may have loved her, with an air of some displeasure, the Grand Lord remained silent for a while, staring Yoshihide hard in the face. "No, I can't grant that," he spat out, and left abruptly. There may have been some 4 or 5 such occasions, though it seemed to me that each time his lordship looked at Yoshihide with less favor, and with growing coldness in his eyes. This must have caused his daughter to worry over her father. When she retired to her room, she was often found sobbing, biting the sleeve of her kimono. Thereafter rumors spread, all the more that Grand Lord was enamored of the girl. Some say that The whole history of the hellscreen may be traced to her refusal to comply with the Grand Lord's wishes. However, I do not believe that this could have been true. It seems in our eyes that his lordship did not allow the girl to be dismissed from service, because he took pity on her family circumstances and had graciously considered to keep her in mansion and let her live in ease and comfort rather than send her back to her cross, obstinate father. Undoubtedly, he had made a favorite of such charming, sweet-tempered girl. However, it is a far-fetched distortion of the fact to attribute all this to the amorous motives of his lordship. No, I dare say that it is an entire unfounded lie. Be that as it was at the time when his lordship came to look upon Yoshihide with his considerable disfavor that he summoned him to his mansion and commanded him to paint on a screen a picture of hell. The hell screen was a consummate work of art, presenting before our eyes a vivid and graphic portrayal of terrible scenes of hell. First of all, in its design, his painting of hell was quite different from those of other artists. In a corner of the first leaf of the screen on a reduced scale were painted the 10 kings of hell and their households, while all the rest consisted of terrible flames of fire roaring and eddying around. And around the mountain of swords... Wait, it's 4th page now.
정리 시간이다.
이대로 널 보내면 하나,
I'm not even gonna talk at this point.
둘,
It's 1:36 a.m.
넷, 다섯, 시스, 모아 몽중,
Shiko, you have shown to
대단한 걸. 일곱, 앞으로 둘,
Also, hi crazy. I think it was you. Oh.
그런 모습도 여전히 아름다워. 여덟, 앞으로 하나.
You got this. Yes, I got this. Thankful. I hope so. I will give myself two, you know, those while continue things. But if I fail for third time like that,
그래,
I'm not gonna do it.
결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 알고 있지? 예측은 의미 없다는 거.
I'm just fucking around right now.
떠날 이유는 없어. 모든 것을 잃었어. 지리멸렬.
When I was young
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
you showed up.
끔찍하군. 아니지. 강등되면 현장 투입이 더 많아지는 건가?
I'm not even gonna continue that shit. I'm just gonna kill myself. How many crits he landed? Wait. How many? Wait. He had 0 points count. He landed like a
When
2,
I was young
7.
you showed up. And how
Did this fucker hit like 45%
하나.
every single time? Oh right, I failed twice. I need to read. My bad, I forgot. Flames of fire roaring and heading around and around the mountains. Swords.
이대로 널 보내면
I can't even focus. Mountain of swords and the forest of lances, which too seemed ready to.
when I was young and lost, you showed up.
Wait.
And had my doors unlocked. Like
I'm trying out my mic right now. Second try. Wait. 2 hours and if I spam it like this. Yeah, it doesn't work. I'll just deal with it later. Where was I? That's the switch. Still seem to ready to blaze up and melt away into flames. Accordingly, except for the yellow and blue patches of the Chinese designed costume of the infernal officials. Wherever one might look, all was in blazing flames. Black smoke swirling swirling around and sparks shooting up. I'm hearing my own voice and it's confusing me to the fuck out of me. Where was I? Infernal fishes. Wherever one might look, all was in blazing flames. Black smoke swirling around and sparks shooting up like burning gold dust, fanned in a holocaust of fire. This brushwork This brushwork alone was sufficient to startle the human eye. The criminals writhing in agony amidst the consuming hellfire were not like those represented in ordinary pictures of hell. For here in the portrayal of sinners was set forth a whole array of people in all walks of life, from nobles and dignitaries to beggars and outcasts, courtiers in dignified court dress, coquettish wives of knights, in elaborate costumes, priests praying over the rosaries hanging from their neck, samurai students on high wooden cloaks, girls in gaudy gala dress, fortune tellers clad in robes of Shinto priests. There were an endless number of them. The rain, the people of all description tortured by bull-headed hellbound amidst blazing flames and raging smoke were fleeing in all directions like so many autumn leaves. Scattered by a blast of wind, there were women apparently looking like shrine mediums, with their hair caught in forks and their limbs drawn in and bent like spiders' legs. There were men, evidently looking like governors, suspended upside down with their hearts pierced with halberds. Some were being flogged with iron rods, some were being crushed under living rocks, some were being pecked by weird birds, a horned owl or something like that. It's a book spoiler, but yes. Others were having their throats torn out by poisonous dragons. There were so many varieties of torture suffered by sinners in numerous categories. The most outstanding of all horrors, however, was an ox carriage, falling in midair, grazing the tops of the sword trees that had branches pointed like animals' fangs, through which heaps of bodies of dead souls were spitted in this carriage with its bamboo blinds blown upwards. By the blast of hell, a court lady as gorgeously dressed as an empress or a princess was writhing in agony. Her black hair was screaming amidst flames, and her white neck bent upwards. This figure of the agonizing court lady in the ox carriage consumed by flames was at most in the ghostly representation of the 1001 tortures in the burning hell. The multifarious horrors in the whole picture were focused on this one character. It was masterwork of such divine inspiration that no one could have looked at her without hearing in his ears the agonizing outcries of the condemned souls in pandemonium. It was for this reason, indeed, his consumed desire to paint this picture, that the terrible incident occurred, if it had not been for this event. Should I just read the book? I enjoy it more than trying to beat this Roland wannabe. Crazy, answer me. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm tired. I need my cat. I don't need sleep, but fuck it. Read everything. Turning this stream into just reading stream. Those kind of streams, made for people who went to sleep. Yeah, that will be me. I'm gonna try for 1 more hour, then I don't know. Recite the poems of sorrow. I can recite it now too. I have it memorized, both Turkish and English. Which one do you want? English. Okay. I can read it as good as Turkish, but also need to close my door. I actually asked. Poems of prayer for loving sorrow. In case I forget. For loving sorrow. Oh, are we here now? Damn. Wait, need to get my ass beaten real quick. Not this. Yeah, it's better. Just thought about it, but it's better to use this. Well, I get, you know it, don't you, sweetheart? I couldn't read it, fuck it. I have nothing but my sorrow, and I want nothing more. It has been, it still is faithful to me. Why should I begrudge it, since during the hours when my soul cries depths of my heart, it was seated there beside me. Oh, sorrow, I have ended, you see, by respecting you, because I am certain you will never leave me. Also, I am alive! Heck yeah! I realize it. Your beauty lies in the force of your being. You're like those who never left the sad fireside corner of my poor black heart. Oh, my sorrow. How did I die? Reciting it makes. I died while reciting it. Did I lose the 5% of doom and despair? I'm gonna bash my head in that. Poor black hearts. Oh, my sorrow. You are better than a well beloved. Because I know, on the day of my final agony, you will be there, lying in my sheets. Oh, sorrow, so that you might once again attempt to enter my heart. Wait, fail, indeed. Killing myself. Also, oh wait, I need to read a page. Where was I? Here? Yes. How could even Yoshihide have succeeded in painting that graphic picture? The tortures and agonies in hell, so he could complete up the picture. His life had to come to a miserable end. Indeed, it was to this very hell in this picture that Yoshihide, the greatest painter in Japan, had condemned himself. I am afraid that in my hurry to tell you about the strange hell screen, I have reversed the order of my story. Now my story will return to Yoshihide, who was commanded to paint a picture of hell by the Grand Lord. For 5 or 6 months, I'm so glad it didn't say 6 or you know. After that, Yoshihide devoted himself to the painting. The picture on screen without making even a single courtesy call at the mansion. If I lost 5%, I didn't. Good. Courtesy call at the mansion. Isn't it strange that with all his indulgent love for his daughter, once he took painting the picture, he had even no thought of seeing her. To borrow the words of his apprentices, he became like a man possessed of a pox. The rumor current at that time had it that he had been able to gain fame and reputation because he offered vows to Reynard, the god of good fortune. For positive proof, some said. Still look at him. When he's at work, you can see the shady spirits of foxes, throwing in focus to use a... Oh right, it afflicts fragile! I forget about that. Wait. Because he offered vows to Reynard, the god of good fortune. For positive proof, some say it. Still look at him when he's at work. You can see the shady spirits of foxes strong. Okay, wait. Once he took up his brush, he forgot everything but his work. Night and day he confined himself. I completely forgot about the, this. Too fragile if I can, and cost less CP, yeah. Oh. But I still need to use this. Provide protection. I completely forgot about it, inflicting fragile as I need to.
앞으로 하나.
8, 1 left. Made ration extras. I'd rather kill myself. she had both had last time, but she is Pierce Fatal.
네프 완료.
Evade like you have. I took a hit, didn't I? Oh my. I checked Discord for 5 seconds. Mate, I'm gonna send you the image she sent me. I was looking at that and I took it.
결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
A Bunui with orange. Yes, another.
이대로 널 보내.
I don't know if I should cry or laugh at this point. It's so tragic, funny, tragic comedy. Where was I? Is this? I think either 20 or 21st page. To his studio, hardly coming out during daylight, his absorption in his work was most extraordinary. When he was painting the hell screen, shut up in his studio with the shutters always drawn, he would mix the sacred colors, and dressing up his apprentices in various gala costumes or in simple clothes, he would paint them with great care. But these singular oddities were usual with him. It would not have taken the hell screen to drive him to such extreme eccentricities. While he was working on paintings of his 5 phases of the transmigration of souls, he once came across rotting corpses in the street. Then calmly sitting down in front of the malodorous corpses, from which ordinary painters would have turned their eyes aside, he made accurate sketches at his ease. Of the rotting faces and limbs, exact to a single hair. I'm afraid that what I have told you does not convey to a clear idea of his extreme absorption. I cannot at this time tell you the particulars, but I will tell you some of the notable instances. Once one of his boy apprentices had been mixing colors when he said abruptly, "Now I want to have a rest for some days. I had some bad dreams." "Indeed, sir," the apprentice answered formally without interrupting his work. This was not unusual with his mother. Yes, a bunny. That bunny brought me bad luck. Are you?
둘,
Bunny of doom and despair, I'm telling you. By the way,
이대로 널 보내면 너는 평생 집으로 돌아오지 않아.
the artist said, making a rather modest request. I want you to sit at my bedside. I want you to sit at my bedside while I'm resting. All right, sir, the apprentice replied, as he expected that. My bed? It will be no trouble at all. Although he thought it strange that his master should worry over his bad dreams. Come along with me into my inner room. Even if another apprentice should come in, don't let him. The bunny of 5%, truly. Don't let him come in, the master ordered hesitantly, still looking worried. His inner room meant his studio. On that occasion, as usual, his studio was closely shut up. Dim lights burning up as if it were night. Around the sides of the room was set up screen, on which rough sketch was done in charcoal. Entering there, the artist went to sleep calmly as if he were dead tired. But he had not been asleep half an hour when an indescribably weird voice came to the apprentice's ear. At first it was only a voice, presently turned gradually into disconnected words, ground out like a drowning man underwater. What? Do you tell me to come? Where to? Come, where to? Who is it that says come to hell, come to the burning hell? Whoever is this? Who could it be but... The apprentice forgot about mixing colors.
둘, 좋아. 넷, 다섯, sis.
Fuck this Roland wannabe.
대단한 거.
That 5%.
일,
Ryoshu, I swear to fucking god, I would kill Arya with my own hands. Next stream I tell Lobotomo Corporation whatever Abnos that breach, I must read their information. If yes, you know what, good idea. I'm gonna do that. I can't even clash.
여덟, 아홉,
As someone who 100% at the whole Lobotomy Corporation, I should do that. Next one will be like library of ruin about whenever I lose to an enemy, I need to do a wall as realization. Or it can be Library of Ruina, but I can only use Full of General Works, and whenever I lose, I need to read a page from Orlando Furioso. You know.
네프 완료.
Yeah, executed.
아비 교환. 그래. 결국 이런 날이 왔구나. 알고 있지?
You must read books. Reading every, you know, that book key page stories.
모든 것을 잊고 모든 것을 잃었어. 지리멸렬.
끔찍하군.
Where were we? Here? I guess.
방송되면 현장 투입이 더 많아지는 건가? 정리 시간이다.
Mixing colors and took a furtive look at his master's face. The wrinkled face had turned pale, oozing large drops of perspiration.
이대로 널 보내면
His mouth was...
너는
My phone is on life
평생
support.
돌아오지 않겠지.
Is it on charge or just little life support? On the verge of exploding. His mouth was wide open, as if gasping for breath, with his sparse teeth showing between dry lips.
You showed up and had my doors unlocked
5%.
like thread.
Your charge or the... Yo, let's see. You said 5% about kaput. Oh.
좋아.
Well, go charge it, my man.
네.
I'm probably gonna end the stream not soon. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. I can't do it,
모아 몸소.
and I'm tired. Let me just read this page. A chill running all over his floor frame as his eye seemed to catch sight of an obscure weird phantom coming. Alright, I will end the stream the moment you leave. Tower closed by screen. He put his hands on Yoshihide at once. With all his might, he tried to shake him out of the clutch of nightmare. I got the area treatment. Or Ketty. He put his hand on Yoshihide at once, trying to shake the trance. His master continued to talk to himself and would not wake up. So the apprentice was bold enough to splash water in the pullet onto his master's face. I'll be waiting for you, so come by this carriage. Take this carriage to hell. These words strangled in his throat had scarcely come out in the form of a groan when Yoshida sprang up all of a sudden. As thought he had been stuck with a needle. The evil spirit in his nightmare must still have been hanging heavily upon his eyelids. For a moment, he stared into space with his mouth still.
그런 모습도 여전히 아름다워.
If I fail this, I'm killing myself. And end the stream.
앞으로 하나.
Oh, Yuki. What? Why are you sleeping like that? I need to show you. I want to show you how my cat sleeps right now, but I accidentally locked my phone because I forgot my SIM password, and it's 2 a.m. currently, so I can't even call customer service to unlock it again.
네프 완료.
No, executed. So, I just gonna
교환.
go to or
그래.
you don't know.
결국 이런 날이 왔구나.
Oh, I can use forest for flames. Just gonna go to our company and unlock it. Or maybe get a new sim. I'm tired of the messages I'm getting.
예측은 의미 없다는 거. 떠날 이유는 없을 거야. 모든 것을
Yes.
잃었어.
Fuck me up, my man. Oh wait, I might live? Yeah, no, I'm not living. Yep. You know what? Yes!
스릴이
I'm ending the stream now. Why? Or I'm gonna kill myself. Thanks to everyone who watched. Just me and Crazy, but still, thanks to myself.
끔찍하군. 아니지. 강등된
Maybe I'll try it
가장
again
더
later.
많아지는 건가?
Maybe though. The alarm silence. Anyways, see you later, guys. I'm gonna read the book. Oh wait, let me just read the last page. Since I failed. Then returning to himself, he ordered curtly, "It's alright now. Go away, will you?" If the apprentice had made an expostulation, he would surely have been sharply rebuked, so he hurriedly left his master's room. When he came out into genial sunshine, he felt relieved, as if he had awakened from his own nightmare. But that was not the worst. A month later, another apprentice was called into his studio. Yoshihide, who had been biting his brush, turned on him and said, "I must ask you to strip yourself bare." As the artist had given this kind of order once in a while, the apprentice immediately took off his clothes. This is turning into gay porn. "I haven't seen anyone bound in chains, so I'm sorry, but will you do as I tell you for a while?" Yoshihide said coldly, with a very strange frown on his face, without any air of being sorry for him. The apprentice was by nature a young man of such burly physique that he could have wielded a sword more adroitly than a brush. Nevertheless, he was astonished beyond measure, and in his later reference to the occasion he repeatedly remarked, "Then I was afraid that the master had gone mad, and that he was going to kill me." Yoshida felt impatient at his hesitation, producing iron chains from somewhere. He brought them out of his ass. As he sprang on his back, and peremptorily wrenching his arms, he bound them. Well, that was all. See ya.